Leonidas, for past 7 years, you might have felt, that you're going through that regular, rigorous grind in terms of your career. There were constant changes, there were sudden shifts in your jobs or leadership, and it felt as if that your professional space was built on a very shaky ground. But this is about to change for you, at you are almost on the finishing line of that circle. See, since 2018, Uranus has been in Taurus, moving through your 10th house, the house of career, the house of karma, house of public reputation. And for Leos, it disrupted your ideas through delays and rejections. The ideas would have come, and then a lot of delays and rejections, and that made you demotivated. But now this February, the energy has shifted, and Uranus is direct in the sign of Taurus, one last time before it gets into the sign of Gemini on April 26th. So, for the next 7 years, Uranus isn't going to shake your jaw, but it's going to bring spotlight to your dreams, to your voice that you have been craving for. It's time to stop asking yourself, how can I lead? And start asking, who are my people? You know, one thing you should keep in mind is that Uranus comes, as I've always mentioned in all my videos, that it comes in one house in one sign in one only once in your lifetime, as its orbital cycle is for 85 years. Because of the duration of the transit, that's a 7 year long transit, it has the power to completely change the environment for you along with the other transits that take place. So, as it moves from that heavy gravitational pull of the sign of Taurus, it's going into a fast moving sign. It's a multi directional air sign, Gemini. The energy is suddenly going to become kinetic. Uh, when Uranus was in Taurus, it was like, mountain that you had to climb in terms of your career. And now in Gemini, the atmosphere is about all about your network, the social media. This, you'll have a lot of sudden flashes of geniuses that connect you to, thousands of people at once. That craving that you are looking for people is going to get over. Now you're moving from the struggle of status to freedom of connection, as I said. So your 11th house, where Uranus is headed, is known as the Labh Bhav, the house of gains. It's not just about money, it's about the fruits of your labor also. It's about the people who help you to harvest them. The end of the day, that is a network, right? What we're trying to achieve, those that network helps you. So you are the company you keep. So with Uranus entering the space, the universe literally is grooming your social circle. If a friendship or a professional group feels stagnant or restrictive, Uranus will provide you an excuse for that exit that you need. You don't need to be that. That is what Uranus is going to give you. This is not a loss, it's a space clearing, making more space for the things that you need. So you are being prepared to meet your own wavelength and your goals that you have been craving. Leos are ruled by Sun. So you are built and designed for that center of attention. You always want center of attention. But this transit is going to teach you a new way to lead, that is through collaboration rather than, command, not being. Sometimes when we want to be a center of attention, what we forget is that we become very dominant, and we want me. Leo has that thing that it's about me, but Uranus is going to teach you how to collaborate with other people, how to work with people to move forward in life. That's a very big lesson that you learn as Uranus goes direct in your career sector this February. Where it is already direct in your career sector. A project that has been stalling for a very long time, last year, suddenly you will see that it's starting to move forward. You might also get a green light on a promotion, or a sudden recognition or a promotion for a project that you were feeling either mentally blocked, or you were not feeling that you're ready to work on this project, but suddenly you will have the opportunity and you should take it. Now, by April, it could become your main stage. So take that opportunity and work on. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you want to change how the world sees you, do that within these 3 months. Change your perspective, change your outlook, change yourself, change your behavior. You know what kind of true image you want others to have of you, how you want others to see you. This is the window that you should work on. Because when Uranus enters Gemini on April 26th, your social life will be very active. Sudden networking. You might join a group or a community that feels weird at first. Like, maybe you're not in tech, but suddenly you're joining a group which is all about tech innovators or activists or even esoteric circles. Only to find they hold the key to your future. So this Gemini rules communication. Your voice is going to carry more weight than before. If you wanted to start a podcast, a channel, or a movement, you'll see this happening now. You are ready to do this. So don't be surprised if a long term friend suddenly reveals a side that you never knew. Maybe you thought they're your best friend, but maybe it's not. Or if you find yourself walking away from certain people or certain groups without even a second thought, and it might just happen like that. But remember, the key is that during this time, do collaborate with others, to see success coming sooner than later. uh, a reality check will come in when Uranus gets retrograde on September 10th. Your pace is going to get slow. Suddenly everything was moving and now everything will get slowed down. Now, what you need to really do during this time is to use it to look at your hopes and wishes and ask yourself, are they your dreams or are they just your wants? The difference between wants and your needs is a big one. This will be your time to refine your vision. Keep in mind not to lose that unique voice of your voice just to fit into a new trendy movement. That's something you need to understand. So the takeaway for Leo is that your old identity was tied to what you do, but your new identity will be tied up to who you inspire. So the next 7 years are about breaking free, from that lonely at the top. Maybe you were at a very strong position, but you were lonely. And now suddenly, uh, you will have a kind of authority in a situation. So don't be afraid to be the weird one in the room, because in 2026 your weirdness will actually be your greatest asset. So if you like the video, do share it with others and don't forget to subscribe.